So what has property kind of gifted me? Well, I started straight after the recession. So that was 2008, 2009. I'm filming this in 2022. So that was kind of 14 years ago. So I'm almost a decade and a half in professionally. Before that, I'd been buying and selling family homes. And in the early days, it was tough. I worked incredibly hard. I was really tired. I was really skint because I was building a property portfolio. And you may know we did over 200 deals. We did £45 million worth of property. I mean, it sounds so glamorous, doesn't it? But every 15 minutes was blocked out. So I'm just going to be quite frank about it. And sometimes, there's very little money in the bank because it was all out in assets. My view quite strongly was to follow the rich dad, poor dad, which is assets pay bills. Employed, self-employed, business owner, assets. And of course, it's going to take a little while to build that asset base, which is what it's done. So, and the way I did it was I ran a flipping strategy, I ran a joint venture flipping strategy, I ran a deal sourcing business. I enjoyed running a small but very bespoke and very high quality education business. And importantly, I invested all the money I made into my property portfolio. And now we get to now. So I have a significant property portfolio. I have quite a lot of properties that are fully paid off. I believe in paying down. I believe in low loan to value. I believe in, but for me, what's worked out is I fix my mortgages usually for 5 years. And then I like to have mortgages where you can pay 10% off, and I like paying houses off. So I've got multiple properties that have no mortgages at all. And that feels amazing. About a couple of years ago, I bought myself an apartment in Barcelona near the beach, 9 minutes away in Poblenou. So I now have this glorious life where I live half the time in Barcelona. I'm about to do a workout and then go swim in the sea. I live half the time in Bristol, a city I absolutely love, where I've got loads of amazing friends. I do a lot of travel. In the next 2 months, I'm going to skiing in Andorra. I'm going to Washington, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, and celebrating Thanksgiving with my sister in America. She lives there. I'm going to Scotland for Christmas. I am going to do 6 weeks stay in Thailand, and for both of those long haul journeys I'm flying first class. Partly, let me be quite frank with you, because of air miles, but those air miles are partly because of all the property. I work part-time and I earn a 6-figure income, and I always have 6 figures in the bank, and I have a multi-million-pound property portfolio, and my balance sheet says I'm a multimillionaire, meaning the properties minus the mortgages, the difference is multi-millions. So I'm not saying that in a What I'm saying, although it sounds like it, doesn't it? And I do appreciate that. What I'm trying to say to you is that with a small number of years of incredibly hard work, following processes, understanding the systems, and implementing those processes quite efficiently, you can come out the other end going to a life where you're like, I think I might go there for 6 weeks. Oh, let's go and stay at that retreat for 3 weeks. Oh, let's just go and live beside the beach half your life. Oh, let's just go and do all of these different things. The freedom from financial constraints, the freedom from time constraints, because of course tech allows me to be in touch with my business no matter where I am, is incredible. So if you've been thinking, should I do property? Accept the few years of delayed gratification, accept the few years of, I got to learn this thing. Definitely don't do it on your own. Definitely get some education. My website, thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk, has got everything you need. I had a mentor for a number of years. So accept that there is some level of, don't go into a multi-million-pound industry with no guidance, but know that, quite frankly, fairly normal, ordinary people, I was a mum of 2 children, they were 10 and 12 when I started, can do it with some hard work and some processes and some systems, then so can you. Your dream might not be the same as my dream. For me, chilling, going to do beach yoga, being beside the sea, doing a workout in the sea is just joyful for me, and swimming. You might have a totally different dream. It might be a life of service, it might be a charitable foundation, but you're probably going to need some money for that. And property is the asset that keeps on giving, because it's assets paying bills in that whole rich dad, poor dad. Remember, employed, self-employed, business owner, assets paying bills. So that was my route. And I hope that very much you take the scary, nervous step of moving forward, and it can be your route too. So I totally wish you good luck. Subscribe and like, because I've got loads of videos for you. But importantly, perhaps go over to my website, thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. I've got loads on there free to help you. I remember how skint I was as a single parent. I've got loads on there, like my packs are very inexpensive, and then I've got fantastic, super in-depth 60-day academies for you, as well as pre-recorded and occasionally live webinars. So there's a lot to help you. But basically, if I can do it, you 100% can do it. You know, I get in a muddle all the time. But I was pretty focused at the same time, and I did work quite hard for a while. So if I can do it, 100% you can do it. Good luck to you. All right, guys, now you know how to get started in property. For step number 1, go to the next vid and we'll show you how sourcing discounted deals works. That's where you make your money.